Welcome to this video on biodiversity and conservation, based on Class 12 Biology NCERT curriculum. We begin with an introduction to biodiversity, the enormous variety of living organisms on Earth. This includes plants, animals, microorganisms, and entire ecosystems, all essential for ecosystem stability and human survival. Biodiversity is defined as the variety and variability of life forms at all levels of biological organization. The term was popularized by the eminent scientist Edward Wilson. Biodiversity exists across three main levels: genetic diversity, species diversity, and ecological diversity. Genetic diversity refers to the variation of genes within a species. Examples include different varieties of rice or the Rauwolfia plant in the Himalayas. This diversity helps organisms adapt to their environment. Species diversity is the variety of species in a particular region. It is measured by species richness and species evenness. For example, the Western Ghats have a higher diversity of amphibians than the Eastern Ghats.
Ecological diversity is the variety of ecosystems found in a region. Examples of different ecosystems include forests, deserts, wetlands, coral reefs, and
Regarding
mangroves.
the magnitude of biodiversity, about 1.5 million species have been discovered, though it's estimated there are around 7 million species on Earth. Animals make up over 70% of species, with insects being the most species-rich
India is considered
group.
a mega-diversity country. Despite having only 2.4% of the world's land area, it accounts for 8.1% of global biodiversity, with approximately 45,000 plant species and 90,000 animal
The patterns
species.
of biodiversity can be broadly categorized into two main areas: the latitudinal gradient and the species-area
The latitudinal
relationship.
gradient shows that species diversity decreases as you move from the equator to the poles. The tropics have more biodiversity due to stable climates, more time for evolution, and less seasonal changes. The species-area relationship suggests that species richness increases with area, defined by the equation S equals C multiplied by A to the power of Z, where S is species richness and
The
A is
importance of
area. Species diversity is illustrated by Paul Ehrlich's rivet-popper hypothesis. It compares species to rivets in an airplane. Losing species, like losing rivets, weakens the stability of the current extinction rate is 100 to 1,000 times faster than the natural rate. Many species are becoming extinct due to increasing human activities. The main causes of biodiversity loss are known as the evil quartet. These include habitat loss and fragmentation, overexploitation, alien species invasion, and co-extinctions. Habitat loss and fragmentation is the most important cause of extinction, driven by deforestation, urbanization, mining, and agriculture. A critical example is the destruction of the Amazon rainforest. Overexploitation involves excess hunting, fishing, and logging. This has historically led to the extinction of species, such as the passenger pigeon and Steller's sea cow. Alien species invasion occurs when non-native species are introduced and subsequently destroy native species. Examples include lantana, water hyacinth, and the African catfish. Co-extinctions happen when the extinction of one species leads to the extinction of other species dependent on it. The plant-pollinator relationship serves as a key example. The conservation of biodiversity is vital, and the reasons for this can be categorized into three main arguments: narrow utilitarian, broad utilitarian, and ethical reasons. Narrow utilitarian arguments focus on direct economic benefits humans derive from nature, such as food, firewood, medicines, fibers, industrial products, and bioprospecting. Broad utilitarian arguments highlight the ecosystem services provided by biodiversity. These include oxygen production, pollination, climate regulation, soil conservation, and nutrient cycling. Ethical arguments state that every species has intrinsic value, and humans have a moral duty to protect biodiversity for its own sake and for future generations. Conservation strategies are primarily divided into two types: in-situ conservation and ex-situ conservation. In-situ conservation is the protection of species in their natural habitat. Examples include biosphere reserves, national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, sacred groves, and biodiversity hotspots. Biodiversity hotspots are regions with high species richness and high endemism. India contains several hotspots, including the Western Ghats, the Himalayas, and Indo-Burma. Ex-situ conservation involves protecting species outside their natural habitat. This includes zoological parks, botanical gardens, seed banks, cryopreservation, and tissue culture. Cryopreservation is a technique for preserving biological materials, such as seeds, gametes, embryos, and tissue, at an extremely low temperature of -196 degrees Celsius in liquid nitrogen. International conservation efforts include the Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro in 1992 and the World Summit on Sustainable Development in 2002, both aimed at biodiversity conservation and sustainable use. To summarize, this video covered biodiversity types, patterns, importance, loss, the evil quartet, in-situ and ex-situ conservation, biodiversity hotspots, and international conservation efforts. Thank you for watching this video on biodiversity and conservation.